Hello, Libra Collective. Thanks for tuning in. Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a timeless reading for the Libra Collective, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see what we get for you. We'll use a variety of tarot and oracle cards, as well as channeled messages. Support. It very much reminds me of the Three of Cups, the support card. And what else do we have? For some of you, I am hearing your bags are packed. So I am clairaudient as well as other clairs. I'm hearing communication. I'm seeing communication on this card. But I'm also hearing communication. Channeled messages, if you will. Let's see. Support, communication. What else? There's a turtle featured in that card. Some of you may resonate with turtle or a crossed over loved one even. Let's see what we have for you. Support, communication, contentment. I'm getting you are well on your way to something, or you're actually maybe heading out the door or something. We have acceptance here. This came out in a pre-shuffle for you as well. Acceptance. All right, I'm going to turn this a bit, adjust it so that you can see the table a little better. And let's see what we have. What else do we have for the lovely Libra Collective? I'm getting two regions I'm hearing clairaudiently, Virginia and New England. And there's something about sound, like, I don't know if there's a Virginia sound or a sound. So yeah, it feels like a location and it has sound in it. So, and then I was given those two regions. What else do we have for the Libra Collective? I just saw the dolphin. Maybe some of you need to add a little play to your life. Oh, there it is again. It wanted to come out. Came out with a huge stack of cards, so I'm not going to take all of them, but I will take the dolphin as it insists on leaping onto our table, telling us to embrace our inner child and to have fun. For some of you, if you're where I am in the Northern Hemisphere, I mean, summer is, we have about a month left of summer, and it seems to have flown by as they always do. So maybe it is time you get out of town for a little bit, or get, even just, even maybe your idea of a vacation is staying in, but it's important to do what feels good right now. Yes, it says yes with this lovely seahorse. So that's falling underneath the communication. So maybe you are getting a yes, maybe you're getting an approval. And some of you may be like invited to something that could be kind of fun, because that's falling under support, the dolphin. So have fun maybe with those around you. And you have hermit crab, adaptability and resourcefulness. And that's falling under contentment. And you'll see this person really is, or this mermaid, they really are kind of tucked in there, but totally happy with that. The light is shining from this lighthouse over here. I'm just also clairaudiently hearing you're getting like a surprise answer. Or maybe you're surprised to hear from someone who's been in hermit mode for a while. What else do we have? I'm getting the color hot pink. I'm being shown hot pink. So maybe you have connection to hot pink in some way. Or you have like a hot pink shirt on or something. I don't know. Letter in a bottle. Your message has been received. And you've been maybe accepted for something, or you're accepting the fact you've sent the message out and now you're waiting. So I do get kind of a bit of a waiting energy, but I'm getting you're not wasting your time while you're waiting. It's like making the most of this time when you're standing still. Oh, remember I said I was getting hot pink? Bottom of the deck, I have flamingo here. Find balance, practice moderation. I wasn't going to look, but and it's funny because this deck, actually, almost all of the cards are just blue and green, a little bit of purple. I think this is the only hot pink card. Crab, almost pink. It's purple. So that's interesting. If you watch me enough, you know this stuff happens all the time. I'll say something and then boom, there's a card. So right in the center of everything, we have find your balance, moderation. We have been getting cards like temperance lately, other cards of, finding balance. things like justice, Wheel of Fortune, even a variety of cards about finding balance. Okay, let's see what we have. I'm going to use this is by Tarot Collectibles. It's the Spring Weight Tarot Stars edition. All right. All the info for the decks I use are down below for Libra. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. I think for some of you, you're not feeling as though you're getting support in some area of your life or all areas. That's what's coming underneath this support and dolphin card. I think for some of you too, maybe you're wanting to turn a hobby into something more, maybe. And I almost feel like this is sad. I feel almost like maybe some of you, and it won't resonate for all of you, could be feeling kind of like laughed at for that, or like what you're doing, it's not being taken seriously, or maybe you're afraid of not being taken seriously. What else do we have for the Libra Collective? There's this energy I'm getting right now about somebody knowing that they weren't supposed to have someone else by their side. They're supposed to do something alone. So maybe you're asking for that space, or maybe, again, maybe you're departed from someone departed or whatever. But I do get this energy of like, but that's not how, like, it just wasn't meant to be in that way. So yeah, and then I'm hearing something too about someone being up for discussion. So communicate with your guides and angels, and also you may be finding someone's coming in and ready to communicate. Well, now I'm pulling cards for communication. It says yes, so that would make sense. And then you have the Magician. Some of you may be trying to get some sort of communication to come in from a certain someone. So the Magician, bringing your dreams into a reality. This is having all those resources. It is a card of focus. We are going to clarify all of this Five of Pentacles as well as the Magician, but let's just see what else we get. Picking up on baseboard heat. So I know randomly specific, right? So maybe your heat just kicked on, or you've been talking about energy bills or something. With the Eight of Pentacles here, this person's it's another card of focus. So really focusing, and it's focusing on building a life they're content with, their happiness. Maybe you're happy with work, but some of you, I know you are not, right? Okay, I get that. But it could be the focus is finding work you're content with. But as far as resources, I mean, this is good, but it is having to it's like having to really work for something. And for some of you, you're good with that, and for others, could use a little break here. Getting that there are a lot of layers to something. Maybe you just got your hair cut, but there also, could be like an onion having many layers, just there's a complex situation maybe. And you also have, ooh, yay, Empress. So if you want abundance and you want fertility here, this is the Empress, and that is what it's for. And she's wearing butterfly wings. Transformation here, and it's falling underneath acceptance and letter in a bottle, your message being received. It's like your prayers are being answered in the form of this abundance flowing, feeling maybe even more connected in some way, even on a deeper, more spiritual level to someone or something. And let's see what else we have. Hearing right now, I'm getting a ton of clairaudient messages, so I don't know if some of you hoped for that or what, but it's really opening up this reading. So I was getting midnight blues. I don't know if some of you are, sad at night, or if that's the name of something, midnight blues, or if midnight blue is a color. Maybe you had pets named Midnight and one named Blue. I don't know, but that's also coming in. Now, do please remember, these are general messages. This isn't a personal reading. Sometimes it can feel personal when it's really spot on for you if there's a little detail, like I call it your name or something, but just always use your intuition. You know yourself and your situation best, and you have freedom to make your choices in life. Three of Pentacles. I know it feels like it goes without saying, but I do feel like I need to repeat that message based on some comments I get. So, all right, we have, Three of Pentacles. It's interesting because you have that that support the three mermaids supporting each other. One's looking in a different direction. No, they're all looking in different directions. I'm getting, for some of you, like needing to get on the same page as somebody here. Or it could be too that someone you thought was on the same page, it's as though you find out they're kind of not. So let's see what else we have though. I don't know what could help that situation. Well, let's talk about the communication and the yes and the magician here. Tell us more, please. Oh, all right. A couple of cards came out. So there's messages you weren't expecting, maybe. I definitely feel that, especially because we have the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups in reverse. And what do you know? We just talked about the three mermaids, the Three of Cups, and then we pull a Three of Cups. So that came flying out here. I feel that Three of Cups, that there's this need to celebrate. Remember, that's what's underneath that have fun inner child. It's this need to really tap into joy as much as you possibly can. Something right now I'm getting, it's not emotionally satisfying. It's not emotionally fulfilling. When we have, so there's a lack of joy here, right? With the Nine of Cups in reverse and then the Knight of Cups in reverse. This could be disappointment. It can also be moods, dealing with some sort of moodiness. But I just feel like it feels, I'm going to tell you what it feels like. Once again, disappointment. That's what it feels like, kind of like, here we are again, same stuff, different day. Or, well, what would bring you ultimate fulfillment though? Do you know that? Do you have the answer to that question? It's actually a harder question to answer than we realize. What would truly make you happy? And manifest that, right? I know that word's so overused, manifest, but I do feel we, to some extent, we really do create our reality. And for some, we've been getting this message for a little while about really needing to go within and like realize your true power and realize what is it exactly. That get specific, right? Get very specific about what it is you're trying to bring in. What else do we have? I'm sure a lot of you are already doing that. So we have to just keep at it, right? With this Eight of Pentacles. And you have, there it is, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands has faith. She's not giving up. This is someone who is bold. They're assertive. They catch the attention of others. They're fun to be around a lot of the times, I've found. And this is someone who, they don't necessarily have a plan. The plan is to be happy, to have fun, maybe, to enjoy your work, to enjoy your home, the people you're around. What else do we have? There's something here too about environment. Okay, I'm getting your environment absolutely affecting everything else. What else do we have? I'm getting a name like Chandra, something like that. Shauna. Whoa. Here we are. We have two cards out and a bunch of them fell over. I'm not taking all of those. There are too many cards there. These are thicker cards, really good quality, but sometimes they stick. So you have 77. Not surprised. We keep getting 7s and 11s and 10s. So here we have the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. It feels like some of you need a new strategy when it comes to your, like, what you're putting your efforts and your hard work into and what you're paying attention to. That's the Empress here. That's what this is falling underneath the Empress. These cards. Let me see here. Move all these up for you a little bit. So this can, I'm getting like walking away from something that is just not bringing in the bucks, or it's really not fulfilling in some way. And the Empress is very resourceful. They know how to make something out of very little. They can really just kind of take a seed and make it grow, right? I mean, here we have this person, sitting on their throne with flowers all around them, even on them. There's butterflies and there's stars and everything. And they're really in the flow. And I'm just feeling for some of you, maybe just not really feeling in the flow. Feeling a little disconnected. This reading does feel as though some of you might be feeling disconnected or not really knowing what it is to focus on. Almost like things can be feeling overwhelming maybe. But I do feel that wheel is turning for us. What do we have? What else do we have for the collect? Oh, tell us more. Okay, these landed on the table. I am going to take them even though it's a lot. You have Judgment, Three of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Star card. Okay, so I'm getting right now, you could hear something it's interesting because I get, it makes sense for a general reading when thousands of people are watching. Of course, we're going to get mixed messages sometimes, but I do my best to try to clarify it for you. I get, like, some of you might hear something, someone's words could be hurtful in some way. And I'm getting I'm getting this sort of like you're weeding something out. Maybe you're literally weeding something out, or you're metaphorically doing that, but it's all for it's for your overall healing and happiness and your ability to be in the flow, be in the cosmic flow things. Let's see. So Judgment, wake up calls, perhaps getting clarity. And yes, for some of you, it is your life purpose. I've talked about your life purpose becoming more clear. And I've talked about life purpose before and how I feel like, we have things like we're drawn to in life, but sometimes like the Queen of Wands, it's like the purpose of your life is to live your fullest life and be happy. Maybe be nice to people and be happy. Like that's, that doesn't have to be some grand thing where you're going to solve, I'm going to find a cure to this disease or what, some of us, we're here to enjoy life. I feel for a lot of us, most of us, that's why we're here. We're here to try to learn and grow and try to have fun along the way. And I know I can see for some of you, it's just, there's been so much grief and loss and pain that it's hard. It is now hard to make, it's hard to choose. And I do get, it's like, you need to get back to trusting yourself. I don't know if you've ever did or not, but I do feel that it is time to trust your ability to make the right choice in a situation. And also, if you were not chosen, there's a reason for that. It wasn't meant for you, and probably you have bigger and better things you're going to do because you're the star. Rebuilding here, rebuilding something and building something exactly how you want it to be. And again, really feeling tapped in, tuned in. Your messages are being received. Remember that. Your message is being received with the Star card and Letter in a Bottle. You're able to reach people far and wide. So I don't know if you're doing things on the internet or you consult with people around the world or something like that. But it could also be too, all of our energy, everything we do, has like a ripple effect, right? So I think for some of you, maybe you're realizing how much you're not just affected by energy around you, but how you're affecting things around you by the energy you're putting out there. So that could be something also that's part of this reading. And timing has been coming up a lot lately, divine timing and things. Judgment can have to do with that too. Yeah, so I pulled out a new deck, actually, Timely Decisions Oracle by Maruka X. There's the back of it. Yeah, I was able to purchase that because I've had a very, very generous donation by a member recently. So there have been some decks that I really thought would be good at our table, and I've been able to purchase those. And so thank you to all of you who have been donating recently to the Square Link or writing or giving us super thanks. I really appreciate that so much. So thank you very, very much. You have the Nine of Swords here. A lot of us haven't been sleeping well because there's a big decision to be made. And for some of us, we know we need to clean up our environment. The place itself or the people, it's an energy that keeps coming in. Look at this. I told you the wheel would turn, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. I did go like this. Now this is Two of Cups. I didn't mean to see the card, but I did see it. There's one underneath it, and it's the Five of Wands. So there could be some sort of tension, conflict in a relationship. And it seems as though, or some sort of partnership even, but it's like we have this World card, or this, the Wheel of Fortune, almost the World, not quite, coming in. And that's about you taking control of your destiny, taking control of where and how far you're going to let something go. Someone has been maybe, I'm hearing right now, playing you like a fool or fiddle or something. Like they think they're getting away with something, or maybe they're just, their words are so hurtful that it's, I'm getting, you're actually leaving for some of you. Okay, I know, randomly specific, but some of you are putting that conflict down. I said this was the Five of Wands. It's actually, I meant the Ten of Wands. It's the Ten of Wands, because then we have, like, you're not shouldering this responsibility of this heavy energy around you anymore. It's like not wanting to be connected to it. No. Do you know the song, like, Miley Cyrus, Flowers, right? That's what I'm getting right now. If you don't know the song, please do look up the lyrics. And it's about you being able to do things for yourself, right? If you see pretty flowers in the store, you're not going to wait for someone to buy them for you. You can get them yourself, right? You can feed yourself. You can do this. But some of you, I feel as though maybe it's been a long time where you have felt like you're having to maybe fit into someone else's mold or frame or life. Let's see what else we have. And I'm getting that has been there's been a lot of pressure there. And for some, I'm getting like almost ready to like scream here, but I also get a parting ways kind of energy, and there will be a way, the resources. Oh my gosh. And there's the clarity of it. I love this. Queen of Swords finds a way. Okay. So there's another card here. Yes, transformation with the Queen of Swords, but there's that double-edged sword, which I talk about all the time. It's, yes, something must go for something else to come in, because I do get a lot of people really feeling that need to be self-reliant, self-sufficient. Now, the Queen absolutely can make things happen, as can the Queen of Wands. I really like seeing these two together. Absolutely. They help each other, right? Air fuels fire. They work best together. And the winds are changing. Things are changing. With that Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. But there's this need for this. It's like stale air in a room and needing to crack the window. That's what it feels like to me. Something's starting to feel like stuffy or stifling in some way. And so there is this need for freshness, for almost like the ability to have your thoughts be your thoughts, and not having the airwaves clogged up by these energies that are not helpful. They're not conducive to your growth and why you're here. It's just, for some of you, that is what I'm feeling. And I want you to know the energy on this table is showing me, yet again, Libra, you have the star, that you really are in that driver's seat. You're ready for bigger things. It doesn't even have to be bigger. It's just better for you. Things that are better suited for you. Maybe you're coming out of that need for clarity, that sort of hermit energy. I mean, there's a connection to it. Either you're in it or you're coming out of it, but there's definitely a connection to it. And it's connected to transformation too, transition to, there's no longer a reliance as much on something that has kept you maybe connected in an unhealthy way. Let this be confirmation of that for you. I'm hearing primrose. Okay, there it is. 8 of Cups. Oh my goodness. And 9 of Pentacles. This is such a great, I mean, just what I was saying. There's no longer a reliance. This is someone who is self-sufficient. This is someone who, yeah, like I said, they feed themselves. They take care of themselves. They buy themselves flowers if they want to, fancy fruit, whatever. They're walking away though. I think for some of you, this September eclipse season, and even the months that follow, because that energy stays with us a while. I say the eclipse season because the 8 of Cups is the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse on it. And this person's walking away from what? From something that they are not happy with. They are not feeling good. Cups, feelings, right? It's just, it doesn't feel good. It also doesn't feel good when you can't provide for yourself, or when you feel kind of, stuck or trapped. And for some of you, I get that there could be something kind of being mapped out for you finally. Like there's some sort of plan even. Remember, you have the 3 of Pentacles too. The Empress will plan things out too. That's another card of, they know, because they know what works. And I feel for a lot of you, you're at that stage in your life where you know what works, what suits you and what doesn't. And you're not even willing to waste your time on things that are not aligned. It's almost that simple with, it's like, yeah, not doing that anymore. Been there, done that. You're over it. You're over something here. You're just over it. It's now there's another side to that coin, in that with those contentment and the acceptance card, it's kind of like maybe some of you, at least for now, have to kind of accept the things that you don't have any control over, right? But it doesn't mean you have to be like them, or it doesn't mean you have to agree, or with say you have a roommate situation or something, and you want to get out and can't, or something, and they're like, they party and all that, and you don't want that anymore, or you don't want that. And just a very practical example, right? It doesn't mean by staying there still because out of necessity or whatever for a little while, doesn't mean that you've given up on your dreams, right? It means maybe right now it's like you can't get yourself out in your own place right away, but that doesn't mean you've lost the connection with that, right? It's staying committed to the dream. Star card. Look at this, like still having the connection and feeling it, even if things right now aren't ideal, it's like it's not going to break you. Something here, it is not going to break you. You're breaking cycles, but you're not broken here. Okay, this is not that kind of reading. This is right at the heart, at the center of this reading. I have the 9 of Pentacles. And yes, progress can be slow. We have the snail card, right? But again, it's like reminding us that wherever we are home. It's not about what you have, what you don't have, right? I'm sure a lot of you, things come in cycles in life. You've had times where you've been able to afford whatever, and then you've had other times where you don't. But things seem to have been coming in cycles. But I also get too that, well, we have 9, 10, 9, 8. So let me get a card on that. I need a number. Break that. Page of Wands. Okay, that's interesting. The Page of Wands. Yeah, a message of inspiration, of hope. Things are heading in the right direction with this, because I was wanting clarification on the numerology here. Are we going back and forward, or did you try to go back to something or to someone, or they tried to get you to come back or something? Because I'm hearing the word encore too, like they want another. They want, you know, more of you. You know, you're popular. Look, I've got you in hermit mode though. For some of you, it's like you know better. And you know that the key to the door you want to get into is not behind you. It's ahead of you. Inner guidance, that solitude maybe that you need. The star in the lantern. The bunny, this little bunny is coming out of their hole. You know? It's like you're unlocking this new potential, this new prosperity, this fertile time. You're entering into that zone. Page of Pentacles, there it is. It might be a small opportunity though. Like I said it, I think in your last reading, like maybe if you can't work somewhere yet as the position you want, maybe you take a lower position, at least just to get your foot in the door or something along those lines. Okay. So it's like start going with what you have or using the skills you have and the resources you have right in that moment. I do get a sort of like starting small kind of energy here a little bit. The other card of that you had, you know, you have this Magician card. This can be like really bringing something in, poof, like now, right? But it's also you having the resources at hand already, but it's a card of potential, as is the Page of Pentacles. I mean, all the pages could be potential, right? Yeah, sure, they could all be potential. But it doesn't matter. Potential doesn't mean anything. It's what we do with it, right? And knowing where to put our energy, where to put our focus, if something's really worth it. The Seven of Pentacles. Pages. You might have to be new at something too. Maybe you're a novice and you're like, oh, I'm too old for this. But, you know, like I said, you're going to know if something's right for you. And I encourage you to explore. Say you want to be a nurse or a medical assistant or something. You know what I find interesting? I wish that as adults we could just go shadow somebody at their job, like pay them and let us like shadow them, because so we can see if we really want to do that before we go and change careers. But like as a 50-year-old or however old, it would be, I guess, you know, most interns, they're like really young. And so I don't know, I'm just getting this energy of like, if you want to change, is there a way that you can really learn about this new role that you think you want, or that you know you want? Is there other ways to find out more about it? So when you go to the doctors, you know, really paying attention to what that person's role really is. Ask them a few questions, you know, while you're there, you know, how they like it. Or that's just one example. Or watch YouTube videos. There are plenty of videos where you can get like day in the life of. So there could be, or maybe do a little research, because some of you, I know you're not sure what to do next or where to go next. I know I have people in the audience here that I know some people have doctorate degrees. I know of at least an MD out there. And also lots of us have master's degrees too, even. And I'm not saying you need a degree. I'm just saying that I know a lot of you are probably like, wow, I could, if I stayed in my profession, I could be the boss, the leader. But making that transition can be hard because there's so many things that come with it. It's like, you know, having to be the new kid on the block again, and having to take a pay cut possibly, or having to do things that you just don't want to have to do. And I understand that. I definitely understand all of that. All right, let's see. What else do we have? There's an energy here of being a wise investor. And you have the Six of Wands. Look at that. Recognition, achievement, success. This is victory. This is good news. You know, maybe something's not going to turn out the way you thought, and it's actually a little better than what you thought. And someone could surprise you too. This isn't generally about the Six of Wands, but you could be receiving a gift of some kind. I do feel that. I'm also getting a name right now of Corinda, something like that. I love seeing victory at the center of this reading. You know, people are looking on. You could actually be the person that you're the training. You're the one training someone. That's coming in too. What do we do? Where do we go from here? What's going on here? What's up? What's next? Oh, we keep at it. There's another 7. Now you have triple sevens in your reading again. 777 coming through, Libra. I'm going to pull the card for you so you can see it. But this is the 7 of Wands, and it is all about the hard work. You can see the busy bees there in the hive. You know, I feel like you're really just... Also, you may resonate with daffodils in some way, or the name Daphne. Even if there's something hard or painful, it's like persisting anyway. You know, this person's working regardless of the threat of being stung. They're not afraid of no bees. That's what I just heard. All right. Okay, 2121. Oh my gosh, you have 7777. You are on the right path. This is also a test of your balance. Look at that. Stay the course and remember your worth. And things will manifest quickly. You are on the right path here. And I'm going to pull 777. That's why I came into these cards, actually. We still have many other oracle cards to pull. I'm just getting... There it is. A sign of divine guidance with 777. So connecting with your spiritual guides. You may be surprised. I mean, you have the star card underneath letter in the bottle. And underneath that, there's the Empress. So it's really... it's like, for some of you, this is a complete overhaul of so many different areas, or one area is going to affect so many. Let's get a little advice here. Let's get something about... Let's use this Timely Decisions Oracle deck. Timely Decisions. You have any day now, May, divine timing, and September. So any day now, this is today, tomorrow, the next day, conditions for growth are optimal. This is about positive vibrations and instant manifestation. And you have the Magician, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Like, this is like, boom. And the Star card. And the Six of Wands and the Empress. I mean, these are all cards connected to growth, instant manifestation for some of you. For some of you, you have now is the time to seek change. May. They have Cinco de Mayo, culture, and victory on this card. Travel or change of place. Feeling a new vigor also as well. Divine timing. This is something we keep getting. Must unfold in its own time. Wait, patience, trust, surrender. The conditions need to be right. Things need to align. Maybe you're waiting for one more resource to come in or something along those lines. And we have this cute little kitty chasing a butterfly. Maybe sometimes you feel like you're chasing butterfly. You're chasing that change. That's actually a very interesting metaphor or image. You know, they just gave me a cat chasing a butterfly around, and the cat's like, oh, and you may feel like you're chasing this dream of yours, this change that you wish to bring in. It could feel as though you've just been like swatting it, you know, and it's so coming so close. But your intuition is the guiding light here. And it says, let playfulness carry you forward. This is about welfare, curiosity, exploration, and your intuition. It reminds me of Star card energy, and also Magician, because that light up there, and they're bringing something into reality here. That butterfly dream. So something between September and May, or May and September, there is a connection there. It could be birthdays. I mean, like I said, the eclipse season is going to be so powerful. Virgo season in general feels like. And by the way, if you're Virgo sun, happy birthday. Or if you're on that Virgo Libra cusp, thanks for being here. Yes, thank you to all my members and subscribers. Those who leave lovely comments and who donate, thank you so much. And like, subscribe the video. It doesn't mean you agree with every little thing I say in an hour-long reading, but it does let me know that you did enjoy something, and that's really important. Next year. So there are no shortcuts to the journey. Keep going, baby steps, don't rush. Step by step, you'll get there. Except if you're one of those whose message was just received that it could be instant. I just get almost like something builds and builds and builds, and then it just like comes pouring in, like floods. Like it could be lottery. Could be. Not that I say do that, not encouraging that at all. I'm just saying for some of you, you could win something. Okay. So I'm using the word more of like, a big win or something. Like you feel like you've won in that way. Festive times. You were born for this. This is finding joy in life again. How many times are you going to get this? You're being told to enjoy life. Be curious, explore, have fun, be playful. You were born for this. Holidays, parties, and social events. For some of you, you could meet the one or find, it doesn't have to be like the one romantically. It could be something else too. Business partner even. I'm hearing clairaudiently too something about your local animal shelter. So take it or leave it. That came in. They're also, so I'm hearing my guides are saying their eyes don't lie. The eyes never lie. Okay. And you have time interference. So this is matter that's out of your control. It depends on someone else, third party, outside interference. Okay. And that does not have to mean just one thing. It can mean anything. Sometimes people live far away and that's the interference, I'm getting 3 months from now too, for some of you. There's somebody, okay, I'm getting like someone not being ready to move in with someone else. Okay, I am feeling that. And if the time's not right, it has to be right for both parties, right? But it doesn't mean that you don't have a choice in the matter as far as how you proceed, right? Worth waiting for. All good things take time. There's promise, potential, incubation period here with this golden egg. So analyze, learn, and prepare first. That's what's so great about the waiting period. It doesn't feel great. Okay, I'll say like probably one of the only great things is to have that time, that quiet time to go within, get clear on things, maybe prepare, tidy up. Learn what you need to learn. And then there's not worth waiting for. Oh my goodness. So you get worth waiting for and not worth waiting for. Who ultimately decides if something's worth waiting for or not? You. Now, I'm sorry if you came to the reading and you wanted clarity, but this one says there will never be a better time. Waiting to live life is not worth it. Wasting time, on hold, missing out. There's a difference between an incubation period and then like just wasted time, right? There's a difference between gradual development with something, letting something mature the way it needs to, and just wasting time, right? There is a difference. And then we have Leo season. Change will be forced upon. Okay, trust in your leadership style. This is an ambitious, decisive, and stubborn energy potentially that you could be dealing with. Maybe they're on that Leo Virgo cusp. And then there's Capricorn season. This is about your hard work paying off, weighing up every single pro and con. That could be what some of you are really trying to decide. Let's get a little more clarity. We have Aries season. Wow. Okay. All the zodiac signs in the middle of the month. So, okay. So for some of you, choose what feels most true to you. Something is being renewed. And it's actually the opposite of what's expected. You might decide you're staying in something and you surprise yourself because like it wasn't looking like you were going to, and then now you are. That's just an example. Bad forces blocking time. So someone or something is not good for you. Spiritual cleansing is necessary. You know that. As I was talking about before, I was getting kind of that devil energy of needing to clear the environment and not being stuck to something in an unhealthy way, right? 6 months from now, some of you could be in a committed relationship or a commitment of some other kind. It's not a romantic relationship. We have an engagement ring here. And this is seeing the past material world. Oh, see past the material world. That's not like a humongous stone, right? That's decent, right? I mean, I think it's lovely, but some people would say, oh, it's not 2 carats, whatever. So this is anyway, your commitment being rewarded in 6 months from now, possibly. Within 6 months. I'm getting a top of the deck tarot card. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. I feel as though for some of you, it feels like the energy is stuck. And I get the Wheel of Fortune right here, right? It looks as though, to me, this person's holding on to that wheel and they're just about getting ready to turn it. That pentacle, it seems as though you're just about ready to make that turn. And then we have the Lover's card, Gemini energy, which would go along with that May card. So this is alignment. This is going from that devil stuck energy, right? Think about the devil card and think about the Lover's card. Okay. This is like actually wanting to be there. This is choice. This is choosing what's best for you. A harmonious union of some kind, a harmonious partnership where both parties grow together. Maybe that's what you're looking for even. Or not necessarily actively looking, but open for, you know. Let's see what else we have. Oh, let's get some of these cards. A little advice from Spirit, please, before we move on to our animal cards. The Mist. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. Very pastel colors there. And so I'm holding it so close so you can really see. There we are. And Water Codes. Ancient Wisdom. The intelligence is within you. Huh. Yeah, a lot of you, is this worth waiting for? So, for some of you, if it's, yeah, I mean, yes, we have a card right here. It says, yes, something is worth waiting. As long as it's not wasting your time, then yeah, it probably is worth waiting. If you're drawn to it and you really feel like this is what you want, I would say your happiness is absolutely worth it. And I would also say you removing yourself from things that are not healthy for you is also worth it. So like, love yourself as much as you want to find some, like, you want to love yourself as much as you want someone else to love you, right? So though it starts from within. I know it's so cliche, I get it. But the intelligence is within you. It's kind of like what you're seeking, it's already here, you know, it's already, you're like a magnet to it. Let's look at how this light beam is coming right through her like soul, you know, like something you know you were absolutely meant for. We have Selkie here, and this is coming out of hiding and embracing who you really are. All right, now animal cards, please. Thank you for liking the video if you do in fact like it, and subscribing. What else do we have? Your next reading will be about, at least the plan is now, your next reading will be regarding that powerful new moon in Virgo. So I'll post that for you on Thursday so you have it in time for the new moon. We have a wild boar here, strong conviction. Stand strong and move forward with confidence. It's time to pursue your dream. And we can't always take those steps we want, right? We can't always necessarily like get totally out of the job or something, but we can try to take small steps in a different direction, right? And hold that vision, hold the dream. Effortless vitality here with Wildcat. So connect with the joy and abundance that surrounds you. Allow yourself to be carried by the flow of life. Aw, so cute, kitty. And Otter, serene surrender. Surrender to the present moment. Find peace knowing everything is happening for your highest good. But I will say, like with this card, yeah, I think that your prayers, your manifestations, they're being received. And then you get in receiving mode, because I think for a lot of you, you're going to be surprised about what you're able to bring in. Like I said, it's as though you are a magnet for this happiness, this it's like star energy, the lover's star. That's all about alignment. And you really stepping into your own power and putting yourself first, right? First and foremost, you come first. Graceful flow, being in the flow, right? I just said that. Heron. So release any resistance or control. If you have to convince yourself it's not for you, and if it feels forced, it's not meant to be. Now I think some of you really needed to hear that, because sometimes, yeah, it can feel like something is just like too hard, or you're having to push too hard, or, if you're the one who's like always calling somebody in a relationship and they're never the ones to initiate contact. I said calling. Who does that anymore, right? Texting, I should say, right? So then, if they're kind of telling you, they're giving you signals that maybe they're not really that into connecting with you. I'm sorry to say, because they're telling you that by not communicating. And yeah, I mean, but as an introvert, I do get it, because I'm usually not the one to reach out. And it's not because I'm not thinking about other people. It's just I tend to keep really busy with things. So I just get like distracted with whatever I'm putting myself in. I'm always here doing readings. That's why I don't contact anybody now. Kidding around, kidding. All right, let's see. Divine Direction Oracle. Give us some divine direction, please. Thank you. Brand new day. Fresh starts. A yes from the universe. Okay. A yes. With our seahorse there. Empowerment. Give yourself permission to practice your power. You're more powerful than you realize. Absolutely. In this reading, that 100% came through. Star card, Empress, Magician, Wheel of Fortune. Need I say more? You are way more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And there's a reason you're that powerful, because you've been through stuff, right? All right. Crowning. Wow. You're being initiated right now. Let go of who you were and embrace the mystery of who you have yet to become. That eclipse energy is already with us. I've been feeling it for a while. I'm sure you have too. Feel free to leave a comment as to how, but I really do feel like you're going to be getting such incredible downloads and things it could be through your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. They're providing rich insights into the issues that are playing on your mind. Oh my goodness. And angelic help. Beautiful. Angelic help. You had an angel on this card. You had an angel on another card too. This one, divine timing. And you have the judgment card. So that's angelic help. You have angelic help. Again, your message is being received. It's been received already. So you have angels who are near, ready to assist you in your growth and in accomplishing your divine life purpose. Again, your life purpose, it's going to vary. It doesn't have to be some big grand thing, right? And fertility, right along with that Empress energy. So this is a perfect time to start new projects, fall in love, change jobs, and give birth to a new and abundant life meant just for you, Libra. That's what I have for you. Thank you very much for being here.